Welcome to Yahweh Chapel of Truth. My name is Leola. It is said in the Bible that Yahweh gave Satan a time to rule, and Yahweh would not interpret the time that the teaching, it would be like 6,000 years. We are now at the end of that time. Now, what I was saying is that Yahweh gave Satan a time to rule, and his time is up. We should be looking over the horizontal and looking to destroy and stomp out evil. This is a great event that's getting ready to come. It's coming. We have to go to the scriptures, and the scriptures tell you all about the day of judgment and the day that God is going to sort everything out between good and evil that's on this earth. And a lot of times in the world, we always preaching about the end of the world, but and a lot of people have said the end of the world would be like let's see, fire. Okay, but Yahweh always sends a prophet to every nation to let the people know, everything that's going on in this world. Now there is a coming into power that white people are afraid that black people are coming into power and that we are breaking this chain that's been around us. Yeah, there's a problem. We have very deceitful people that's out there in the world that's created a condition. They can create a condition that we in right now. And the European is really afraid now because he know that the day of reckoning is here now. And something else that I wanted to ask you about. When we came over here, we were brought over here, we were brought against our own will. And when we were brought over here, we were taught a religion, and the religion that they taught us, that was the religion that we learned about, the Christian religion. And I have looked through the Quran, I looked through the Bible. I still have not found where it says that Jesus was a Christian. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to talk about was about the truth, about Christianity. You need to know about the truth about Christianity. I mean, this is the language that we were taught when we're four parents was brought over here at first we weren't even taught how to read or do anything. But then, they just wanted to rule us, and they wanted to abuse us and mistreat us, and that's what they done, and that's what they got away with for so long. And they all did this in the name of Christianity. I mean, you have to understand, this name Christian came when they were talking about the churches on Antioch. And that's where this Christian religion manifested from. And you have to challenge the truth. If you don't challenge the truth, you don't know if a person is telling you the truth or not. So you need to challenge the truth. And we need to understand that our masters never wanted us to get this far in life. We have came a long way as black people, and we still have some ways to go. But one thing that we are going to get eventually, and we will get freedom, justice, and equality. And that's the only thing black people have ever really asked for, was freedom, justice, and equality, which we never got in this country. Now, the Bible, it talks about Israel. Who you think the Israel was that they were talking about? You all up in the Bible. You in the Bible everywhere. The relationship that was between the slave masters in America. The truth, it hurts. Yes, the truth should hurt. All these deceitful people out here that's out here destroying God's people and teaching God's people not the truth, but their truth. And the coming of God to his people is coming now. I mean, we're on a rise right now. And then another thing that we need to stop and think about, a lot of times when we're reading stuff, I don't think we're reading things right. I mean, we keep talking about the day of judgment. We talk about the day of judgment that this trumpet is going to blow. I mean, think about it. I mean, can you hear a trumpet blowing in the cemetery? Blowing a trumpet, and that the dead is going to rise up and they're going to walk. I mean, we really need to think. There's judgment every day. We are being judged every day, especially when we do good actions and we do good things and we follow God. We have a God that loves us and that cares about us a whole lot. And I just wanted to take out time so people could, my son, he feels that I should talk more about myself. My name is Leola Jolly. I grew up in the projects. I grew up on 37 in Short Scover. I went to Longwood School. I went to Kennard Junior High. I went to East Tech, honor graduate. My path to life was not the easiest path to take. My path was not the easiest path to take. And I didn't choose the path that I was on. It was like I was forced on that pattern. And as a child, growing up, we came up in the Depression. And we were lucky to get an orange for Christmas, and you got these parents going out, putting themselves in debt, buying all these things, all these toys and stuff for these kids and stuff. And I remember, we had this little scary looking tree and it was so small. It sat on the table with no toys under it. And we were just happy just that, to be with each other and eat the little candy sticks or get an apple or orange. So the kids today, I guess you could say my kids told me that when they were young, I just told them the truth. I had to let them know. I said, ain't no Santa Claus coming down no chimney. Not in no projects. I had to let my kids know that. And I told them, that I'm the one that's buying the toys and stuff, and that Jesus is not white, that he's black. There's no way possible that he could be white. But see, this is the thing that they have distorted us with our history. Young people now, you really don't know the history of what our people have been through. I never understood why was it so important that we had to drink out the same water fountain that they drink out. Why was their water fountain much sweeter than my water fountain? I never understood that. Some of the things that we were marching for. I mean, to sit, on the bus with them. Why couldn't we just get our own bus company? Why did we have to sit on the bus with them? So these are the things that I sit back and I tell my children, get your own, do for yourself, because we live in a world that anything is possible if you believe and you truly believe in yourself and that you can do it. Yes, you can do it. I didn't come from the best childhood, and I didn't choose my parents. My dad, he really didn't want me to come here. He tried his best. He pistoled with my mother and hoping that it would have killed both of us, but God is good and I survived that. And I know that some of the things that I've been through, I don't want nobody to walk in my shoes. I really don't. I'd rather for you to walk in your own shoes. Don't walk in my shoes, because my shoes it's hard enough for me to walk in them. But I wanted to take our time just to share a message, to share a word, and just to say thank you for listening. And I have more stories to tell you about my life and being a track star, running for the state of Ohio, playing basketball with the Pigtails at PRRC, down in the hood, boxing with Tony O'Bolden's father. I mean, there are some good times that I had when I lived in the projects. I mean, it was more like a community thing. It was like the stars would come down to the projects, or they would come down and fly down in Luke Ether Park, and they would sing, and we would just have a wonderful time. I mean, they really showed their love to the people, and people showed their love by going to their concerts. But I sit back and I look at a time now that this is a time that everything is just right out there. It's like it's right on your fingertip. And this is a good time that I want to say something to all women. Women, I know black women. We love our black men. Yes, we do. And a lot of us have lost our black men to white women. And it's not our fault that we lost our black men. It's just that he wanted to try something different. So you have to learn to move past that. Don't try to hold on to a man that's abusing you and mistreating you, and he's not treating you like a queen. You don't deserve that. No, you don't. And you should be able to sit down and talk to your man, have a conversation and talk to him and tell him how you feel, because you don't own him and he doesn't own you. But we are in relationships where we have given the other person power over us. Our decisions, is based on what they say. We got to get back to ourselves. We got to get back to our nurturing ourselves. How can we nurture somebody else when we can't even nurture ourselves? It's very important that we take care of each other and that we love each other. And black woman, there's not enough money in the world that you can pay a man to be in your life, because you'll go broke. So try to have somebody in your life that cares about you and that don't mind sharing the good times and the bad times with you. And somebody that you can walk through life with, hold your head up high with, and knowing that this man is a man of God and that he's looking out for your best interest and that he knows that you're looking out for his best interest. So we need to stop and start holding ourselves and taking better care of ourselves and start looking at nutrition and different things for our body that God has given us to take care of ourselves with. We need to look at vitamins and herbals and teas and different things like that. We need to come off this pharmaceutical medicine that's destroying our body cells, that's destroying things inside of us, that's causing us to have strokes and other things that's going on in our life. God put everything on this earth to heal our bodies. So I think it's now time for us to start healing our body and start loving ourselves. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. You can learn that from children. Thank you for listening, and I'll try this again. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Okay. Oh.